Welcome to School Matters. I'm Shawn Gilliland. On this week's show, we'll take a trip to the Valentine Museum downtown, say thank you to several HCPS counselors, and learn what it means to be the heart of Henrico. But first up, we've got a new spelling bee champ to meet, as well as a new trophy to unveil. Let's take a look.
Let's begin Henrico County's 2018 Spelling Bee. Good luck to everyone.
So every year we have our District B. It's only for students who are in Henrico County Public Schools. We have our elementary schools and middle schools that are part of the competition.
Curtain.
Curtain.
Render.
Render.
Habitual.
Habitual.
I'm Joseph Chambers. Chambers, C-H-A-M-B-E-R-S. I go to Quioccasin Middle School and I'm in 8th grade. Obviously, I won the Henrico County Public Schools Spelling Bee, so I'm going to go on to regionals.
Saffron.
S-A-F-F-R-O-N. Saffron.
That is correct, thank you.
I'm mostly just good at spelling naturally. I read a lot, so that helps. That exposes me to a lot of new words.
Sphinx.
Sphinx?
Yes.
May I have the definition?
Every year when it gets to be spelling bee time, I'm like, yes, spelling bee time. And then after I won the school bee, they gave me just a big list of words to study. So I thought, well, and if I want to win the district, I gotta study these. So I did, and I won.
That is correct, thank you.
I'd been there before. I went last year, I went in 4th grade. I didn't do all that well last year. I probably got top 20, but not much more. But in 4th grade, I did tie for 3rd. So I knew to an extent what to expect. I knew that it was going to take a while. I knew the sort of words that I would get.
Guarana.
Could you repeat the word?
Guarana.
Guarana, which sounds odd, because it is an odd word, and I never heard it before.
Guarana.
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 Yes.
Language of origin, please?
This word went from tupi, that's spelled T-U-P-I, to Spanish and Portuguese.
But it's pretty simple once you figure out that it's from Spanish and that it came from a New World language, because once you hear that another language sort of picked it up, you know that it's going to be mostly phonetic.
Guarana.
Yes.
And especially with Spanish, you know that they're mostly going to be A's, for instance, the vowel sounds, and that's just how you're going to spell it.
G-U-A-R-A-N-A. Guarana.
That is correct, thank you. Mealy-mouthed.
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 I thought, wow, I just got lucky. Last dude just got turgescent a few rounds ago. Now I get mealy-mouthed. I mean, it was a dream come true, honestly.
O-U-T-H-E-D. Mealy-mouthed.
You never know who you're going to be up against. You never know what words you're going to get, most importantly, because there were some words that I think I would have gotten wrong that went to other people.
Okay, are we ready? Viscera.
Viscera.
My final word was viscera. I knew that word. That was, you know, it was an easy one other than the SC in the middle, which could have tripped me up.
V-I-S-C-E-R-A. Viscera.
That is correct. Thank you.
Other guy's name is Jackson. He is a really great speller and a really nice person. And I think we would be friends if we went to the same school.
This year we have a new tradition. Tejas Muthasamy, the HCPS division winner from Moody Middle School for 2014, 15, 16, and 17, donated the trophy that you can see up front.
Tejas, he really enjoyed being part of the spelling bee, decided to donate a trophy for any of the spelling bee winners that come up in the years behind him.
It's really cool that there's a trophy, and I think the coolest part of it is that the trophy will stay at the winner's school for the next year. I think it's going to be really cool to walk down to 100 Hall and just see that trophy in the little case here in Quioccasin. I've never been to the next one, so I don't know what to expect. And we'll see what happens. Even if I don't win, I've never gotten this far. It's still an accomplishment.
Such a winning personality. Well done, Joseph, and congratulations. We're looking forward to the Times-Dispatch Regional Bee in March, and we'll be rooting for you. Students in Mrs. Young's third grade class at Colonial Trail Elementary took their lesson on the food chain to a new level with a visit from young scientists. The class got a chance to get their hands dirty and see up close how the food chain functions.
We're going to take a look at a food chain kind of close up and first hand. Have you ever heard of an owl pellet? The interesting thing about owl pellets is that you can look inside of them and you can see exactly what that owl just ate, which I think is so cool because it's like seeing the food chain like right before your eyes. This is what the owl pellet looks like. You are going to use your fingers to gently pull the fur away from the bones. The next big question you're gonna have while you're looking through your stuff is, what is this? What do you think this could be? You're gonna take your bone and try to find the picture on the ID chart that looks the most similar to your bone. And that's gonna help you to identify.
Wait, what is this? Oh, wait, what is this thing?
Okay, you actually have a femur. And a femur.
Whoa, I got a talent. I'm not sure if this is a bone or... I think I got two. This is disgusting. I found like nothing.
I'll take your skull. Okay, it's missing this tiny little delicate bone, but that's the leg bone of a tiny animal.
What's this?
Let's see.
What's this?
Have done a great job of really picking apart these pellets.
Ooh, two? Let me see. Whoa, that's cool.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to energy-saving bulbs. Saving energy saves you money.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Henrico Warriors in the Center for the Arts tuned into the Today Show for a performance by Center alum and former American Idol contestant Rayvon Owen. Rayvon performed his catchy new song Gold and was named the iHeartRadio Artist of the Month by DJ Elvis Duran.
It's now time to fly.
Welcome back to the show. A group of nearly 300 Tucker Tigers took a trip downtown to tour one of the latest exhibits at the Valentine Museum.
Lo que acabamos de escuchar son sonidos de la comunidad latina.
Well, we had this wonderful opportunity facilitated by our Henrico County Specialist, Val Goss, to bring immersion students and our ESL students to the Valentine Museum to see the Nuestras Historias, Our Stories exhibit.
When did Latinos get to Virginia? How did we get to Virginia? Boat. Everyone got here on boat? Y los españoles fueron los primeros a colonizar los Estados Unidos. Incluso en 1524 hubieron españoles explorando el área de Centro Virginia.
That exhibit has different stories and artifacts of people, Latinos, that have come to Richmond and made an impact on this community. So we wanted to take the students there and let them see a different side and a perspective of what has happened in Richmond, because we are becoming more and more international.
So Latinos have created a community in the south of Richmond through churches, right, like Sacred Heart Center, or businesses like La Sabrosita, and neighborhoods like La Mancha.
There are a lot of different cultures in America today. And I think it's important and very eye-opening when you realize how much the Hispanic and Latino cultures are not appreciated and are not brought to light when they really should be.
Las iglesias, the churches, are they a part of the community? Sí, todas esas
So this gave us an opportunity to see how much they really did with the building of Richmond, and even now, the growth, the continuum of growth in Richmond.
Que comienza en la frontera de Guatemala y México y llega a la frontera de México y los Estados Unidos.
The most important for me was the people from Guatemala, about the history about that.
I remember seeing a pair of shoes that they had, and I thought it was really cool that they were able to preserve that and be able to explain the importance of the shoes and like how it connected to people here in Richmond.
Aquí en esta foto nos vemos a Federico en el mismo lugar donde lo recogió el hermano.
Many of the things that are our artifacts and stories are in both languages, so both the ESL students, Hispanic speaking, and our students could read the information in Spanish and or in English.
It's better just to go out and do it like in museums and things, better than just learning in class. It's just more of a connection that you can see.
Y mi primera pregunta para ustedes es ¿qué?
It was like a flamingo dress, a red flamingo dress that was in the exhibit. The lady's name was Anne King, and she went around through Richmond teaching English as a second language.
Hay un muchacho quien se graduó de J.R. Tucker High School en 2012 con el nombre Santiago, que aunque era un gran líder en la escuela, era capitán del equipo de fútbol.
I would say probably the most impactful was to find the t-shirt and the story of an actual Tucker student.
Part of the robotics team, and he only got A's, right?
Excelled in his classes here, but not only went on to further education, but is an advocate for higher education for Latinos.
What you want to do is find the dates for both of these, find out what was the reason for a boycott.
I remember we did court cases, and we did ours in Spanish.
We did some major events, just looking them up and putting them on timelines. My group did it in English.
We had to look it up online, so it was cool to like be able to do that and find out like what each court case did in terms of like immigration and racism.
We were getting to interact with people that we don't usually get to interact with. We got to make friends with not only our own classmates, but the ESL classmates that we might not have gotten a chance to or gotten the courage to talk to before.
In J.R. Tucker High School, el presidente Obama.
I think it's a wonderful opportunity for our students. Levels 1 and 2 students are often very isolated. It can be very difficult. They're very shy with using their new language. It can be very difficult for them to sort of break in to these groups of English speakers, even in a high school that's as diverse as Tucker.
Different people, a population, una población. ¿Qué edificios se encuentran o qué grupos?
We started mostly talking during our little walking tour through the city.
We made friends because she likes speaking Spanish.
I would explain it in Spanish for him because he didn't understand every single word in English, so I would try to help him understand.
When we came back, it's the same. She take the bus that I take, So we met with her, and then we speak all of it in Spanish.
Whenever I see him in the hallway, I'm like, hey, mi amigo, what's up? And then we like say hi, and then, you know, we continue throughout our day, but we're still really friendly, and I would definitely hang out with him again.
Y aquí tenemos dos fotos de dos latinos que se ven muy diferentes, ¿va?
When we returned from that trip, I asked my students, what will your museum look like? What's going to be in your museum? What artifacts will be there to show your road and your adventures? And how international are they? Because you've been a part of the Spanish language and global citizenship program.
Afterwards, students were treated to a walking tour of the city. It's easy to see that the bonds created between the Center for Spanish Language and Global Citizenship and ESL students will continue on throughout high school and beyond. And what a wonderful way for center students to put all that hard work to practice. Now stay with us, because after the break, we'll find out what it means to be the heart of Henrico.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
To meet you, Susie. Good. Thanks for coming.
I'm Atif. How are you?
Nice
to meet you. Hey, how are you?
Hi, I'm Casey Berry.
Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Patrice Gray. Nice to meet you.
Virginia's Secretary of Education, Atif Carney, took time to visit some Henrico County schools and to say thank you during Counselor Appreciation Week.
Hi, I'm Atif. How are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Sponsored by the American School Counselor Association, with a theme of helping students reach for the stars, the week highlights the tremendous impact school counselors can have in helping students achieve school success and plan for a career. Welcome back to the show. Next up, a new way to celebrate Henrico Schools employees with a passion for what they do. Here's our own Director of Communications and Public Relations on the heart of Henrico.
I think Maria Mitchell is the heart of Henrico because she truly cares for her students and treats them like family.
So what temperature is that?
Anzi Atia is the heart of Henrico because he's just always willing to go above and beyond no matter what the situation.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're awesome.
Danny Nicholas is the heart of Henrico because he's caring, he's committed, compassionate, and he loves the stakeholders in Henrico County.
Speech, convince us why the speech.
I did that Barbie house.
You're gonna get a Barbie house?
Yeah.
Adrienne Lambert is the heart of Henrico because she believes in giving back
and it's not because she's interested in recognition, it's because she cares so much.
Well, Heart of Henrico is an employee appreciation effort. In other words, we're looking for people within the school division to tell us something nice about someone they work with or someone who they know, and to really raise the level of awareness of all the positive energy, good stories, and interesting things that are happening in our schools that might not otherwise get this kind of attention.
He has a sense of school spirit and teamwork and compassion and positivity that is absolutely contagious to both the students and the faculty around here. A few years ago, he started a basketball club, and those students work on teamwork and they work on some other character building activities in the process of learning about basketball.
All right, so while we're doing our drills and activities, build people up, right? Be positive, say let's go, right?
Radcliffe Elementary, Ms. Parrish.
She grew up in the community. She knows the parents, the students, and even some of the grandparents. And most of the people that come in know her, and kids love her. They come in to get their hugs and their attaboys.
Are we gonna have a good rest of the day? You sure?
When the teachers are putting out fires or the administrators are putting out fires, she doesn't hesitate to grab a walkie when the teachers call, and she'll head down to the classroom.
So often we recognize people who win awards or become a state champion either in athletics or music or art, but really what we hadn't been doing is recognizing and appreciating the things that happen in our schools every day. Teachers who help students or assistants who help fellow teachers. Every single day there are positive things happening within our staffs, within our classrooms, in our cafeterias and gymnasiums. And those are the things that sometimes go overlooked. Or if they're not overlooked, they're well known inside the school building, but Heart of Henrico is a way to take it to the next level and let the entire community know what's going on inside our schools every day.
She's not only a very engaging art teacher, but she does so much more. She's doing a mural for our 50th anniversary with our students and our community.
Thank you guys.
And she is having a yoga night here this week where she's raising money for the victims of the hurricane relief.
Everybody wants to be in her class because of the environment, because she's so loving. She's the school mom to just about everybody here. And they cook on a regular basis. It's not just about learning recipes or the theory. They really do get the practical application.
And then put some butter in there too.
Her culinary kids have cooked feasts for us.
Thank you.
It really helps the teachers feel appreciated.
Inside each and every school are special people doing extraordinary things for one another, for their students and their families, and the Heart of Henrico is a really good way to demonstrate to our community the kinds of people that we have in our school system.
I think Hunter Edwards is the Heart of Henrico.
I really believe Brent Sneed is the Heart of Henrico.
I really believe that Aisha Corcoran Fox is the Heart of Henrico.
To watch the videos or to nominate an employee you think portrays the qualities of the Heart of Henrico, visit heartofhenrico.henricoschools.us. It was Kindness Week in our schools, so to close the show, we'll hear from motivational speaker Carrie Grace at Tuckahoe Middle School. Carrie travels the country inspiring people to live on purpose, add more goodness to the world, and to go after their dreams. For School Matters, I'm Sean Gilliland. Thanks for watching.
I want you to imagine yourself in 10 years from now. You're going to be much bigger. You're not going to be middle school anymore. You're going to probably be taller. Some of my little volunteers are saying, be taller. And you'll probably be out of some of your education. So I want you to think 10 years in the future, 10 years, all right? Now you can all open your eyes. If each one of you does 5 minutes, I call it 5 minutes of awesome, being kind for 5 minutes a day, okay? 5 minutes a day. In 10 years, just one of you will do 18,250 minutes of kindness. Think about that, 18,000 minutes in the next 10 years. How much kindness the world would be if just one of you did 5 minutes of kind things. And these wonderful volunteers gave you lots of options. So I want you to think, I want you to close your eyes again, and think about what's something you'll do in 5 minutes today. Maybe you're going to eat lunch with someone new. Maybe you're going to carry someone's backpack. Maybe you're going to help someone. So think about what you're going to do with your 5 minutes, okay? Your 5 minutes. And I want you to think about it. I want you to look around for a minute. Look around at everyone. Don't say anything, just look around. This is half of your school. So I want you to imagine everyone in your school is in here. It'd be too many kids if you were all in here, but I want you to imagine all of the school here, okay? If all of you did, your entire school, in 10 years, every single day woke up and said, I'm going to be kind all day, but I'm going to intentionally do something for 5 minutes to help somebody else, to make their life a little easier, to be a little kinder. Do you know how many minutes that would be if the whole school did it for 10 years? If everyone in your whole school wanted to be kind every day for 5 minutes. Put your 5 hands out again. 5. Let me see it. You ready? 20 million minutes of kindness. 20 million minutes of kindness. If all of you are going to be kind for just 5 minutes a day.